what to do when the refugees come. What do you do?
They've got jobs, they're paying taxes. I mean, I think we should welcome them with open arms. And I think, despite our moral obligation to do that, I think we would benefit from doing it.
I'm going to have to take a contrary point of view. I don't think it's a very good idea for us to take these migrants. I think we would be much better off without them. And let me explain why. The annual per student cost of a public education in the United States is $11,400. Pretty much all of the migrant families that are illegally crossing the border have children with them. That's the golden ticket basically, which lets them get released from detention into the interior of the United States. So if we're assuming these families have an average of 2 parents and 2 children, well, they would basically have to contribute in taxes the equivalent of $22,800. That's what the taxpayers would need to get back just to cover the cost of educating their children. The median income for a household in the United States is $59,040. That is the median income. It stands to reason that the vast majority of migrant families would not be able to achieve the median income. They would have tremendous disadvantages when compared to workers in the United States. For example, they would have a language barrier and they would not have work documents. And they're not likely to be especially high skilled, given the fact that they're migrants. They're people who were not making enough money in their own country, which is part of the reason why many of these people have come here to begin with. But let's just be generous and assume that they somehow managed to make the average income as to what an average family in the United States would make. In order to contribute $22,800 in taxes, they would have to devote a whopping 39% of their income. The tax rate for a family who makes the median income, however, is only 12%. This means that for every migrant family that illegally enters into the United States, they are costing taxpayers a total of $15,715 per family. This is of course assuming that the only government service that this family receives is a public education for their children. It assumes that they don't receive any other type of welfare benefits, any type of housing benefits, don't use any hospital services, services of the police, or any other state resource that would cost taxpayers money. Just alone on educating their children, the taxpayers loses $15,000 every time one of these migrant families enters the United States and requests asylum. And this cost to the taxpayers will exist every single year until the child is old enough to graduate. Assuming a migrant family entered the United States with 2 children who are not yet old enough to go to school, the deficit to the taxpayers will total more than $188,000. The more of these migrants come and are allowed to stay, the worse off our country will be. Our government will be poorer and resources will be more limited. Again, this is giving the migrant families a huge benefit of the doubt. The benefit of the doubt that they will achieve a median income, the equivalent to what the average American family makes, assuming the only public resources that get used is the cost of their children's education. Anyone saying that these migrants will boost the country's economy is just woefully naive. It's not even possible. The more of these people that flood into our country, the more expensive it will become. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. It's pretty small now, but maybe one day it'll be big.